Hi, this is Andreas. Welcome back to the garage. I had to go home for my tea, and the wife was stood there with a rolling pin waiting for me, saying, "Where you been?" I said, "I've been at my new garage all day long, and I've had to get back, see if I can advance this garage on and get enough jobs on and expand the garage, because we need that extra space. You know, the other things, we haven't got anybody working for us yet, and that would be nice in the game if they could do that. You know, have somebody, we could leave somebody here, or have somebody just take him and say, take that wheel off, or take all the wheels off on that car for us. You know. Now I don't know where I was at with this car. This is the one that I gave up on at the end of the last video because it hadn't gone too well and I was tired and everything else. So went home, bit of tea, little kid, come back and live around the corner. So as you drive out of here, just take a left and then a right, and then you're there. So pop around and have a cup of tea. But don't go see my wife when I'm not in, if you know what I mean. So we've got to have a look at the report on this. I have fixed some bits. Rims, is that what he wants me to do? So please do think about the rims. Well, we can do that. I think before I bought him some new rims. I think these are shot pretty much. We'll just have an examine while we're here. And I forgot to see what the condition report needed to be at. 100%, wow. So did he say brakes on here? It's just the rims, part not discovered, serpentine belts, idle roller, belt tensioner. I'm Roadmaster1234, that's what they call me on the internet. I'm a master behind the steering wheel in games, but now I've got a rail machine so I can show the unbelievers what I can do on a railroad. On the railroad, what's he going to be driving a car on the railroad for? So please do something with these rims because they slow me down. And I think something is not right with the engine. Well, I can go on with the engine in a minute. 1, 2, 3. Okay. One of the parts not discovered will be the other wheel. And I reckon if we take a look, 21%. So we must have been doing something with the timing and timing changeover. Did I put all new belts on this? Belt A, belt B, idle roller, belt tensioner. One part not discovered. Perhaps. Is it the alternator? I haven't had the alternator off. Fuel line. We can do a lot of checks on this car now though, I think. Can we? I don't know. How many checks have we got? We can't. Compression test. God, please do not be a piston. 70%, that's good. I can't remember what I did, you see, so I'm having to redo some of these things. %, ignition coil, 70% on everything else. Spark plugs, catalytic converter. Can't be the battery. 70%. Everything's 70% on this car. You always have to jump out of the no oil in it. No oil pan, okay. Yeah, I must have changed the thing. 22% on the rims. He wants them 100%, so it doesn't matter if I damage the rims. I can't even repair them, they're not even there. So we'll give him exactly the same rims as before. He's got 70% on his tyres, so I reckon that's going to be okay for him. It's a Rim Classic 06. And we'll store these as well. So it's 7 minutes now. So rims, Rim Classic 06. We want 4 of them, but I can't remember the other detail about them. So I'm just going to have a look. "17-inch ETO. You'd necessarily want 5, wouldn't you, want for the spare if you was going to, but most of the cars these days have a spare, you know, that's is like basically a little hobby wheel. You can't do more than 30 mile an hour on or 50 mile an hour on. So a new doodah with an old thingy. Sling that on there, and sling a new one on there. Hey? That way around wheels. So when we've done all this, I mean, the job is a lot more labour intensive than what we're doing here, of course, in real life. You know, the machine just doesn't take them off you like that. Gotta make sure you get the right one, because I've put the wrong one on before today. And one that's already balanced, bring it back on the machine. me another bit of money in the bank. I don't know how much the job's worth to us. It's only 420 at the moment. I couldn't get it off then. Everything's on the left mouse. My finger's actually hurting me. So I can't remember whether I've sorted these things, you know. So I might have to do all this again. Best way to find out is just quickly sling the sump on. It's only 6 or 8 bolts. Sling the sump on, another few bolts. Four bolts. Stick some oil in it. In fact, we can actually turn the engine over if we wanted to at this point. There we go. %, you can have that on. That's probably what he had on before. This is the 70% guy after all. %, on his new rims, which is basically what he wanted. Part not discovered, and that's going to be the piston, isn't it? That's why I took off all that. Just want to try a trick while it's up there. I just thought it would go and leave the ramps up there. The engine's running. Let me just take it for a quick test track. No oil. Yeah, I know there's no oil. I did know that. But I took the oil out, so that's not what that problem is there. Let me just see if it isn't there, because I don't want to. This is going to be a bit stupid if it wasn't no oil. That means I'm throwing away a gallon of oil. I'm at 942. So 922, so the oil only cost me 20 quid, so I'm not really bothered about wasting a bit of oil. Taking it to the test track just to give it, put it through its paces. So it would be nice to have multiplayer as well, you know, or at least have some AIs that can work for you and they can be stripping cars down. I mean, what's the point of having 3 bays and a test track and you know, tyre machine? Once you can do the job, the AI should then, you should say, be able to train them. So what you do is you get the AI guy to stand there with you and watch you do it, and then he will repeat your time. So he'll only do your best time, dependent on whether he's a lazy employee or he is a quick employee. You know, sometimes he'll be late for work, and other times he will, you know, have other issues because he'll have kids and family and they'll want to go home early when you want him to stay. I keep thinking that's a turn there. Now he needs his back wing fixing. And he's 70% tyres now when I'm finished with them. That's the suspension broken. You're not supposed to go over that speed. The mirrors aren't working either. I think I turned my graphics down, although I don't really need to, not for the game like this. My PC's quite well able to play this game at maximum graphics. Only that I noticed a few of the car driving jobbies that I was doing on the track, especially ones where it went wrong. Like there was a car that in earlier videos it said the car will not start, so I got it on the ramps and I fixed everything and it still said car will not start, but then I put it back on the drive and tried it and it started and it still said car will not start. So I took it out on the track and then the frame rate dropped and literally I was turning corners and my computer was locking up and all sorts of things. And eventually, I mean, I know these complaints are valid because a lot of people are talking about this on the Steam community pages, complaining about not being a finished game and all this. But it isn't a finished game. I mean, everybody should know that when you buy this game, it is a game in development. And anyway, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that's what happened. I'm fully okay with the fact that I could lose 50 hours save. In fact, I have actually. This is me replaying my 50 hours. Although I've got my 50 hours and I could just skip over to it now. I just want to be honest and true to the video series so that I've shown every level that I've got. And there wasn't really an issue with that. I have actually still got those other videos, but what happened was I had a sound fault with OBS as well with my camera, and all the other ones have got my camera on with me, sat there with my beard and talking to you, and my grandson coming in and annoying you all. 70%, so all that was okay. 25%, so there's nothing untoward there. So obviously this thing where it says undiscovered part, making a strange banging noise. Okay, well, I reckon that will be the piston, and I obviously haven't taken it that far and got rid of the piston, have I? I don't know what else I could really check. So I'm going to lose 20 quid right now because I've just bunged money in it. Now if you're going to change exhaust, there's another nice little tip for the developers. The engine will be red hot and it should be left to cool down for like 30 minutes before you go doing this. I mean, you take the oil out of a car that's raging red hot, like this will be after I've driven it like that, and basically you could damage the engine because, you know, there should be a heat haze coming off that now. It'll be bubbling red hot. 20 quid of the brand new oil down the drain, and you should be able to dispose of that oil. A guy should come in a truck to suck out your oil tray, you know, or change over your can. I think these type here, I think the can changes over. I'm not sure. Maybe it just tips out. I don't know. Oh ho ho! We used to have a square drum of oil. We used to tip it in, we used to drain it into a tray and then tip it into a drum, and then that used to get tapped off. So take the sump off. I'm going to take all the top of the head off, I reckon. Let me take the sump off. Then I'll take this off and we'll just put that back to see if that wasn't 70%. So 100%. It's that one, isn't it? What it wants to be. And you can't tell by looking at it with that. And I haven't got the compression tester. Can I get the compression tester? Have I got a point? I haven't got a point. Can I keep this car until I have got a compression tester? How far away is the compression tester? It's a different route, isn't it? Where am I? Where am I? I've lost myself. I have got the compression tester. I don't think you need that on for the compression test. I think I've already done this. My memory's slipping. So many things on my mind. Nothing wrong with the piston rings or the plugs or the piston with conrod, so I'm not stripping all the way of that down there. What else can it possibly be? Is it the it's not the filter. Got to be something just a little bit deeper inside the engine there. I assume. Don't relish taking all these bolts off, but there you are. Do it. And then we'll just keep checking. See if we discovered the part. We haven't. We know it's not the plugs, but I cannot take off the head. They're all okay. Right. I'm just going to have to keep going, stripping bits off it until I find what it is then. I'll be kicking myself when I find out what it is though, won't I? It's not this, I don't think. let's have a look. It's got new serpentine belts on, serpentine, new rollers, everything else is 70%. Let's try this. Water pump and the alternator. %. Timing belt. And let's dump it all back on again. 70%. I won't put those back on. We just gotta look at the condition. 70%, everything's 70%. So we're going to take off the plugs. You shouldn't really have to take out the plugs, because if you undo the engine, the head will come off with the plugs in the holes, but there you are. They want you to do that. We're nearly down to a full strip down again now. If it is a piston, God almighty. That's why I hate these cars. Hang on. Oh, that's saving me. I'm looking for that one. Has to be taken off to be tested. That strip arm wasn't straight. We're at 30 minutes anyway now, so we're going to have to leave this one here, and we'll come back to it in the next video. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? What I'll do is I won't do this on camera. I'll finish this car off and I'll tell you what it was in the next video. So as soon as we come back, I'll have the answer for you.